Imagine this, you're 21 years old, still in college, no NBA contract, no millions in the bank, no signature shoe, yet you're standing on the court face to face with NBA legends like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and James Worthy. Instead of freezing, you dominate. You don't just play well, you humiliate them.
A 6'5" junior from Wilmington, North Carolina, number 9, Michael Jordan.
And this isn't a fantasy. This happened. Before he ever wore a Chicago Bulls jersey, Michael Jordan, a skinny kid from North Carolina, walked into a gym full of NBA All-Stars and made every single one of them realize something they didn't want to admit. There was a new boss in town. This is the story of the day Michael Jordan destroyed the NBA's biggest names while still in college, a story most fans have never even heard about. But it might just be the moment Jordan truly became himself.
Michael Jordan, good drive, good speed to win on Tuesday.
So let's take you back to the summer of 1984, the day the basketball world tilted on its axis. The Los Angeles Olympics were coming. Back then, NBA players weren't allowed in the Olympics. The US team had to be made up of amateurs. That meant college players, and heading the charge, Bobby Knight, the fiery coach from Indiana University, and a roster filled with the best young talent in the country.
Good feed. Perkins on the inside, even with the weak side help by Larry.
But one name stood above the rest, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. He wasn't the #1 pick in the draft. He wasn't even the most hyped player on the roster. But from the moment training camp began, it was clear. This kid was built different, explosive, fearless, hungry, and way more polished than anyone expected.
Very aggressively on that switch. Ball between his legs. Some move by Michael Jordan.
To prepare for the Olympics, Team USA needed serious competition, so Bobby Knight arranged exhibition games against real NBA All-Stars. These weren't just scrimmages, these were battles, full-speed games in packed arenas, NBA legends on one side, college kids on the other, and nobody expected the college kids to win, but then the game started. In the first match, Jordan came out like a storm. He slashed to the rim, hit mid-range jumpers, played suffocating defense. Magic Johnson tried to control the game's tempo. Jordan broke it. Larry Bird tried to intimidate with trash talk. Jordan smiled and dunked right in his face. Isaiah Thomas tried to rattle him, but Jordan just stared back with those cold eyes and went harder.
Michael Jordan does. Bang. He was two.
One game turned into 2, then 3, then 4. By the time they reached Phoenix for their final exhibition, the NBA stars weren't laughing anymore. They were stunned, because the scoreboard kept showing the same thing. Team USA, led by Jordan, was winning every single time. 8 games, 8 wins. The final one in Phoenix was the cherry on top. Jordan dropped 27 points, slicing through defenses like a veteran. The crowd, filled with NBA fans, couldn't believe what they were seeing. Here was a college kid making their heroes look like amateurs.
Not going for the block, just held his position. Here's some first step by Michael Jordan.
And the NBA players? They were shaken. James Worthy, who had played with Jordan at North Carolina, later admitted, "I was better than Jordan," for about 2 weeks. Even Magic Johnson said, "That guy's gonna be the best player ever." And the coach, Bobby Knight, couldn't stop talking about him. When Portland had the 2nd pick in the draft that year, Knight called their front office and screamed, "Take Jordan. He's the best player I've ever seen."
Foul committed inside, no call. There's the lead, watch Jordan.
And well, they didn't listen. They picked Sam Bowie. The Bulls took Jordan at number 3. And the rest, well, is history. But here's what most people forget. Jordan didn't need the NBA to prove himself. He proved it already, that summer in gyms across America against the best players in the world. Because this wasn't just a college kid having a great time. This was a takeover, a silent revolution. Jordan didn't ask for respect. He took it.
I honestly think the man could get an elbow over the back of the board, Billy.
While his future teammates were enjoying their off seasons, Michael was grinding in Olympic camp, proving night after night that greatness doesn't wait. Can you imagine being in that NBA locker after the 5th straight loss, looking around at Hall of Famers, MVPs, and champions, and knowing you got torched by a 21-year-old in Carolina blue? And it wasn't a fluke. Jordan wasn't just more athletic, he was smarter, hungrier, meaner. He played like he had something to prove. And he did, because he knew the NBA still saw him as just a kid.
This one earlier, the ball came back. Michael Jordan, now you talk about Tisdale not being able to use the right hand. Michael is a right-hander who's showing you that he can use the left hand.
But he made them respect him, the hard way. This series of games, though barely televised and rarely talked about, was the ultimate warning shot, a message to the future. "I'm coming," and nobody was ready. Years later, Jordan would dominate the NBA. He'd win 6 titles, 5 MVPs, countless highlights. But if you ask the men who played in those 1984 games, they'll tell you, they saw it first. They saw the killer before he put on the crown.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Edge Gel for presenting me with this award. I think a lot of gratitude have to go out to my teammates and my coaching staff and the fans of Chicago.
And if you're enjoying this dive into Jordan's untold origin story, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We've got more deep dives into the legends of the games coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's next. A lot of people talk about talent when they talk about Jordan, but talent only gets you in the door. What happened in those scrimmages was bigger than talent. It was about mindset, about the heart, and Jordan's mindset was already at a pro level, maybe even beyond that. He didn't just want to win, he wanted to dominate, embarrass, make a point.
Just about everything tonight. Michael Jordan with his 22nd and 23rd point.
The NBA stars, on the other hand, weren't prepared for that intensity. They came in smiling, expecting to coast through a few warm-up games. What they got was a war, and in every battle, Jordan was the general. By the end of that tour, the NBA didn't just respect him, they feared him, and that fear never went away.
Leon Wood on a turnover, beating Jordan for 2 more. And now the USA is up 67-61, the biggest lead of the ball game.
They talk about Jordan's speed, his balance, and how he never backed down, not even for a second. They remember the look in his eyes, that look that said, "You may have the money and the fame, but you're not better than me."
Again, the NBA players giving up the jump shot. Michael Jordan wisely sees it and takes
Good feed by Perkins and a good short jump shot wide open for Michael Jordan.
That's what separated Michael Jordan. The talent, sure, it was there. Everyone could see that. The speed, the hops, the killer crossover, it was all on display. But plenty of guys had talent. What they didn't have was his fire. Jordan didn't just want to win. He wanted to break you, outwork you, outthink you, outlast you. He wanted to tear down your pride, walk through your reputation, and leave you wondering how someone so young could already be so cold-blooded. That kind of will, that kind of hunger, it wasn't normal. It was scary. And what makes it even more legendary, there were no cameras around to catch it. No shoe commercials, no endorsement deals on the line, no screaming fans or spotlight interviews. Just a gym, a ball, a whistle, and Michael Jordan is going to war and winning it. If you want to understand how Jordan became the greatest, you can't just watch the highlights from the finals. It wasn't only the buzzer beaters, the dunks on Ewing, or the shrug against Portland. You have to go back further, before the rings, before the fame, before the world started watching. Because greatness doesn't start under the lights, it starts when no one's watching. In that summer of '84, that was the proving ground. He stepped into a room full of legends and made them look ordinary.
Here's a break, Jordan, back is Magic Johnson, and there.
That summer was Jordan's first real message to the world. I'm not just coming to play, I'm coming to rule. Do you think any other rookie in NBA history, before playing a single game, could have done what he did? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more hidden stories like this one.